Alright, let's do this. Oh, I'm ready to do this. Let's 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 get the apples and be done with this. Party hard. I'm sitting back much further than I usually am. This is weird. Alright, is it gonna... Am I gonna be in daytime or nighttime, I wonder? I really hope it's nighttime. I don't think it is, though. I'm pretty sure that we are currently stuck in daytime. It's like dusk or dawn. I don't know which one. One of these we're really happy about. The other one we're really not happy about. All right. We're doing this first because this is now officially the hunt that I'm not looking forward to doing. We got the other ones done, so now it's just this one. You know, I didn't even look to make sure that that sandwich power was right. Yeah, okay, sparkling and dry. Okay, cool. Now we get to do this for like 3 hours. No, I'm definitely not worried about running out of things to talk about. Why do you ask? Only the most immaculate of conversations while running around in circles surrounding apples. Now, the important thing is, hopefully we don't end up having to take a crapple in the middle of this, because that'd be bad. Shouldn't be starting the puns this early. It's way too early in the night for any kind of puns. God, this is so much easier at night. This is insane. Okay, so we got really lucky. It is the start of the night. Should be able to get some good hunting on this one. If we can get one single applin on this, I'd be thrilled. Because that makes it so much more likely that we're going to be done with this in like one more applin hunt. I don't think we'll get two. I think if we get one, we should consider ourselves lucky. I'm still pretty sure this is the correct strategy. I think you do the full circle, and then I think you picnic, and then do another circle to make sure that everything properly resets. That's a lot of apples. There's a ton of apples, and none of them are green. I hate it. At least this hunt isn't as bad as Cloth. Cloth made me want to jump off a cliff, which is ironic considering where we had to hunt it at. And it was a perfect place for me to jump off a cliff. Gotta move a little bit faster, I think, here. I think I'm spending too much time... Too much time checking every single individual bush, instead of just absorbing things as a whole and kind of moving a little bit quicker. I think I'd benefit more from moving a little quicker. Wow, that's a great angle there. You can see tons of apples. As long as we don't see the elusive Fapple, that'd be something else. We don't need to see a Fapple. That'd be bad. That would be bad indeed. All right, well, we'll see how this goes. I have to come up with... I thought for a second I saw a green one. I have to come up with conversations. I'm not feeling too conversational tonight. It's really bad. I wonder if I should stop doing this on Wednesdays. Because I'm starting to realize that Wednesdays are when I'm really... usually pretty out of it. This may not be a good game to do when I'm out of it. Maybe this should be a Monday game. Monday, I'm usually pretty energetic. Wednesdays, I'm usually in a coma. Fridays are Fridays. It's kind of roll the dice on what happens there. Wonder if anybody will appreciate my jorking it comment. I feel like we're gonna see a shiny that's not the target. I don't know why. I feel it in my blood. My cold-blooded self. I feel like we're gonna see a different shiny. It's confusing when you have Volbeat and Illumise in the same spot because you see one and then you see the other and it's like, oh, same shit, and then it's like, oh no, never mind. Never mind. I'm filled with disappointment and my day is ruined. I just realized that if I abruptly end stream, I could just assassinate a whole bunch of watch streaks all at once. Which might be funny for the bit. Oh. We are going to be resetting that one. Yeah, I believe we're setting that one. All right. Next round. Oh boy, I really want to get the Applin done with. These types of hunts are very annoying. There's a reason why I haven't been doing too many of these this whole entire time, because I don't like hunts like this. I don't like not being able to see everything easily. Like, I want to be able to run free and do what I want. Again, another argument for always having a shiny sparkle sound in a Pokemon game for stuff like this, because holy cow, would make this so much easier. I could just run around like an idiot. I could run around. I could be free. Like my Finnic ancestors of old, I think. Something Finnic ancestors. I just remember what it was I forgot to do. I just remember what it was I forgot to do. Oops. I don't have any water. I am probably going to have to get up in the middle of the stream at some point and go get water because this is not going to end well. Problem is now to get water, it's like an excursion to go up and down stairs and go into the kitchen. It's a 1.5 mile jog. Anything here? I really want to get out from under the thumb of Applin. This is just as bad as Cloth. Well, not as bad as Cloth. Cloth was definitely worse, but this isn't too much better. The problem is that this has a lot of the same problems that Cloth had. The big problem with Cloth is the fact that it was trying to see them all because there were ones that were stuck to the side of cliffs, like little fridge magnets. And now you have that ramped up to 11 with little tiny pixels hugging a tree. And if it wasn't night, they'd be borderline impossible to see. Eat you. It's kind of stupid, though, that it's much easier to see these at night. That doesn't make any sense. I feel like that's a game flaw. If stream ends up popping off, I'll probably go as long as I usually do, but I feel very inclined tonight to do a shorter stream. I feel terrible. I've actually noticed I've been saying that a lot more frequently as the weeks have gone on, and I'm not sure why. I feel like that's weird. I just realized that. I'm talking to myself, thank goodness, but that's... Why is that trending then? Anyway, At least I know that we're going to be doing something different here at some point. I don't know what Friday is going to be. Still haven't figured it out, but I know that I want to do something different. I'm inclined to do a creature catcher of some sort. I'm also eyeballing Pikmin. I also know that people want me to do balloons. I don't know if balloons is a Friday game, though. I feel like Friday needs to be something that goes a little longer. No, that's not a green apple. It's not moving. We'll see. I know balloons can go for a long time. I just don't know if it's like a Friday game. I didn't think I stepped on it, but apparently it was like, yes, you stepped on that. My perfect little Latios. Still my favorite shiny because it was such a pain to get. Absolute agonizing. Over 4,000 resets. Pretty close to just as bad as Xurkitree currently is. I'm starting to get a bad feeling that Xurkitree is going to be longer. But hopefully that means whatever I go for after that isn't as bad. Once I get the Xurkitree, I don't know what Ultra Beast I'm going to go for next, but it'll definitely be another Ultra Beast. Or I guess if I stumble across the correct legendary, if I see Kyogre or Groudon, I'd probably go for that. I think I'd really only be Kyogre or Groudon in terms of legendaries, though. Thank God I don't need to go for Rayquaza. I do still need Lugia, but I can target Lugia in a different game. Same for the others. And it's raining. Come on, game. Give me one apple. I just want one apple from this hunt. That's all I want. Just one. Give me one apple. If I can get one. One apple means I'm one away from done. That's gonna be such a freeing feeling. Also, if I could just get two and be done with this completely, that'd also be great. This way. I saw something funny for a second, but it looks like it's just a weird angle on a Bellsprout. Yep. Weird angle on a Bellsprout. Everything's... Gosh. How dare you? I even did art of you one time. You little weird ball. I'm curious to see what the catching system is like in the next Pokemon game. I am not entirely sure what they're gonna do. If it's gonna be like this or if it's gonna be something a little different. I hope it's something a little bit slightly different, but we'll see. Yo, what's up, Infernal? How's it going? How are you doing this fine evening? Are you up to shenanigans or violence? Which one? It's always one of the two. Sometimes it's both. I'm bound and determined to be done with this. Just woke up. Oh my god. Y'all and your sleep schedules. I swear, you and Dolphy are having a competition to see who can hork up their sleep schedule more. Just like, ah yes, behold, I went to bed this morning at 10 and I woke up at 8. I'm ready for my full nightly routine. Unless it was just a nap. Sometimes it's just a nap, but usually when you guys tell me that you're just waking up, it's because you've completely horked your sleep schedule. I also don't know what's up with tonight, but for some reason I've decided that all the words like hork and jork are the ones that we're using tonight. I don't know why, but here we are. I might be a little tired. I'm warning you now. I'm not responsible for whatever comes out of my mouth this evening. I just imagine that it's going to be like, I imagine this evening is going to be like those cans where you open them and a whole bunch of little like silly snakes pop out. That's what I'm just imagining tonight's going to be like. 7 this morning and what the fuck? What's it like to sleep for 12 hours without waking up? I assume that you didn't wake up at any point in between there. Yo, what up, Moondrop? I'm doing good. How you doing? Just out here hunting for an applin and hopefully getting another one knocked out because I still need 2 more of these. Much to my joy. I've been stuck in this forest for a very long time. Dude, that's my problem nowadays. Whenever I try to like, even if I try to go to sleep at a decent time, I find that I'll fall asleep real fast and I'll just wake up in like 2 hours. And then I'll just keep like waking up after that, and it just become, it's awful. Ooh, there's time apples over there. I'm still trying to decide what we're doing on Friday for stream. I had some ideas. The thing that I thought we were going to do, I think would be a bad idea to do. Basically, I had a game planned that I wanted to start on Friday, but I think it actually needs to hold off until later because I think that if we start it on Friday, it's going to get interrupted by the Ark server. And if it gets interrupted by the Ark server, I'm going to crash out because something about this game, it's not going to be the first time I've played it, but every time I try to play it, I never get the chance to finish it. I'm hoping that today is the end of Apple Day. I don't want to do more apple and hunts. I'm tired of doing the apple and hunts. I think I've done 4 or 5 of these, and the only reason why I am tired of hunting for the same things, Cloth kind of ruined things for me because I came off of doing, it took me 8 sandwiches, I think, before Cloth decided to finally go shiny, so I'm kind of itching for some hunts where I get to kind of go wild. This is not a go wild hunt. This is a go very slow and very carefully monitor all of the apples on the trees. Tried to find a better spot, but I cannot find anything better than this. There was another spot that you could do for Applin that was kind of, oh, what's the word? Like auto. But if I remember correctly, I looked at that and it's patched now on the new Switch 2, so. Rip. It's not exactly in the nature of the shiny hunt, but I definitely would have done it at this point, just so I don't have to keep going around these apple bushes, trees, plants, things, whatever these are. Not quite a tree, it's not quite a bush. I'm gonna call it a trush. Once again, warn everybody that I am losing my mind. And I'm a little tired, and I'm not responsible for what I say. Got family over, kind of listening to the chaos. What did I say about the Ark server? No, I was just saying I'm still trying to decide what I'm doing on Friday's stream, and I decided that it's not gonna be what I was originally planning because I know the Ark server is going to be happening soon, and I don't want what I want to start on Friday to get interrupted by that. So I think what I originally had planned for Friday is going to have to be pushed off until sometime after May. At the latest, or earliest, however you want to look at that. My plan was to look at the Ark server over this weekend and see if I can figure out how to make that work. I'm hoping it won't take too long. I'm also not going to be able to spend too long on it this weekend, so we'll see what I can do. Doing an emerald challenge? Wait, what kind of emerald challenge did you make up? Share it with the class. Don't keep that one. Share it to the class. Always curious about emerald stuff. Emerald's one of the ones that I can always, like, always return to and have a good time. I really like emerald. Plan to play? Yes, I did plan to start something new on Friday. My plan, well, on Friday was to do something new and get away from the stuff that we've been doing lately, because I didn't want to keep doing Planet Crafter into the eons. I had an idea of what I wanted to do. I don't want to spoil it yet, because I think it's going to be an interesting watch. But the problem is that game, I know from personal experience, is going to be a 40-hour game. At least. Probably longer, because what I'm going to be doing is a modded version of it that is substantially harder. But I want to fully beat it. Oh. Please let that work. Every time. Well, almost every time. That seems to work. So, apple? 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 Fingers crossed. Probably will still end up doing a new game on Friday. I just got to figure out what it's going to be now. I had other things in my list. I kind of want to go back to... I can't believe I'm about to say this. I kind of want to go back to Pokemon Snap and revisit that because I didn't... When it came out, when the new one came out, I was busy with something else at the time. I don't remember what it was, so I didn't get a chance to fully complete it. I'm also thinking about Koromon because I keep talking about that, and it was actually a good game, and I kind of want to go back and see if I can beat that one too. I also thought about trying to see if the homies want to do Dark Tide, but we'll see on that one. I don't know. Every route you spin a wheel. Wait, hang on. Hang on. It says wheel spinning. I'm already intrigued. Spin a wheel based on their fully evolved typing. No Nuzlocke but the Evo's lines, but the typing will be put off the wheel. Every route I spin a wheel based on their fully evolved typing. One lands on. I encounter the Mon with that typing. Oh, okay. I understand. It took me a second to reread that, but I got it. Okay, that's interesting. I haven't heard of one like that before. Does that mean that you could get locked into, like, getting, like, a whole team of the same type of Pokemon? Oh, man. It'd be cursed if you got water in the beginning. Some of those routes can be... well, impossible. Oh, man. That's actually kind of interesting. Oh, some of those would be very difficult. Wow. And if you kept that going all the way into the battle frontier, that would make for a really tough frontier. Yeah, I can see where that'd be fascinating. I need to go back at some point and check out whatever that Emerald ROM hack was, where it puts in, like, all the future Pokemon as well. Land on Dark from the wheel and counter Puccium on 1 of the 3. I have to remove that and can either get... oh, wait. Maybe I didn't understand it correctly. I think I read it as the reverse. Land on Dark from the wheel and counter Puccium on 1 of the 3. I have to remove that. You need to get the Wingull. So is it like you load up all the possible types onto a chart? But if it's... so you get to a route, you load up all the possible types of everything that's on that route, then you roll it, see what it lands on, and you're forced to catch that type on that route based on what... okay, now I think I got it. I think I misread it the first time. No, I definitely misread it the first time when I was saying there's no think. I definitely misread it first. Okay, now I think I get it. We were having such a lovely time. We were having such a lovely time, Infernal. Anyway, Infernal, speaking of Friday and Dark Tide and all that one, have you ever looked into Dark Tide? You had to ruin it. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Glad to know you got our back. Got our back like a butt crack. That will never not be a phrase that just lives rent-free in my head. Just so we're clear. Got your back like a butt crack has been in there since middle school, literally, and it will continue to stay there. It has been in my head for almost 20 years. You played Vermintide once or twice? But did you enjoy it? saying once or twice implies that you may not have enjoyed it. So the thing is Subo bought me Darktide a couple months back, so it's been in my head pretty much ever since, where I feel like I have to get to Darktide at some point. You're confused most of the time? We'll see. I guess tomorrow I'll make my decision on what Friday might be looking like. We'll see if Darktide ends up being the favorable outcome. I'm definitely thinking about it. Also, the OST for Darktide is a banger. It's so good. Those songs pop up in my playlists all of the time. I've never played the game before, just so we're clear. YouTube just decided that I really needed to hear it. I don't know where my Applin is, but it clearly does not want anything to do with me. It's flipped me the bird. Come on, buddy. Reminder that I'm down to, if I remember correctly, I am fully in single digits in terms of what's left for Paldea. We're like really close to being done with all the Paldea specific ones. Paldea specific as in the ones that were released with Paldea. All the new Gen 9 ones. Yeah, Subo decided on a whim. He's like, you really need to play this. And he just sent it to me. And I was like, oh okay. I guess this is going to happen at some point. Which I'm not going to complain about, because this game has been on my radar for a very long time because the music keeps popping up on my lists. It's done by an artist that I'm actually pretty fond of. He's done a lot of video game OSTs for some of my other favorite games. If I remember correctly, it is Jesper Kid specifically who did this. Jesper has done a lot of absolute killer gaming OSTs over the years. In fact, I think, if I recall correctly, one of those songs is one of the ones I used in one of my more popular YouTube shorts. I'm pretty sure that was the song that I used for the Jerboa Apocalypse. The Jerbocalypse, if you will. I feel like we should never call it Jerbocalypse. I give up. Nope, I give up on that one. Nope, not gonna finish it. The English isn't Englishing. What if I just kept resetting in this one spot? Because this, every time I load in here, I feel like I see tons of little dudes. Maybe I just keep doing this. It's not good when I have hunted a Pokemon for so long that I start trying to optimize it. It's usually a good sign if I'm still just kind of winging it. It's worth noting also on the subject of Darktide, I have absolutely no understanding of that game. Oh, it's too broke right now? Oof. Fair. Oh, is that sale? That sale's no longer going on, is it? There was a sale just like a couple of days ago where it was like 25% of its usual cost. I think I can get in one more good reset, so let's see. I think this is probably a more intelligent way to hunt this. I think I should have been doing this the whole time. I was getting really close with the idea, but it wasn't until just now that it kind of clicked. No sale? Oof. That's unfortunate. I'm pretty sure that literally was just happening. That's how it usually goes when the sale is happening. You have absolutely no idea what to look for, and then after the sale is over, like the day after, you're suddenly like, oh yeah, this would be neat. Oops. Come on. Ah, that was so mean. There was an Applin on the screen there for a second, for those of you who are wondering why I'm mad now, where he was perfectly positioned behind a blade of grass. It looked green. He looked like the shiny version, and then he moved slightly, and I was like, oh, all my hopes and dreams are gone. I cannot remember the last time that we got a shiny in like the waning few seconds of a sandwich. I've gotten shinies before, like right off the bat. Like as soon as, like on the first 30 that spawn in, I have seen a shiny. I've never seen it on the last, few seconds. All right, well that ended in disappointment. Okay. I don't see any lingering dudes, so I'm going to reset the sandwich and go somewhere else. What else do I need? Hang on, let me pull up my list real quick so I can see what else I actually need. I have a list. I have this huge Excel document, and when I get a shiny, I highlight a row in yellow, and then if I get the pre-evolution and still need to evolve it, I mark it in orange. Hang on. Just a second. Hang on. So I know I need... I also like how you can see I'm looking at an Excel document because it has suddenly gotten very bright in the webcam. My face is being illuminated by the screen that is currently scorching my retinas. I think this is only targetable at night. I'm pretty sure that sun's about to rise, which means this is not going to work. So I still need those two. I need two things from Violet, which I'll have to do off stream. And then Annihilate. Considering you just flashed me. We can make it worse. My eyes, I have the full force of a sun shining into them. I can see everything. But I still can't see the reason why kids love the taste of Cinnamon Toast Crunch. I just don't get it. Okay, this thing... Oh my god, if this is where it spawns, this is not worth it. This is gonna have to be one of those where we hunt it down on mass outbreaks. Oh my god, what do you mean? Imagine there's just a shiny apple here. Okay, so the last things that I have to target from Paldea, just so we're clear, so everybody's on the same page. I need Sinistra and Poltergeist. I need Hydrapple. I need Diplin. Iron Moth, Iron Hands, and Annihilate. And then obviously the starters. But those ones I listed off are just the ones that I can get from sandwich hunting. I'm not counting like legendaries and stuff like that. Or Goldango and Gimmighoul, since the situation behind them is a little unique. Such a small difference, but you should do blue. I used blue for a different one. The orange stands out a lot more than you would think on this. It's not like they're very different. Trust me, I've used very different shades. I think I'm doing a fighting type sandwich. Fighting type sandwich, knock out some Mankey and some Primate. And then I guess we'll just do another apple after that. Why not? Oh gosh. Also, apologies for bonking the boom arm. I have become very aware just a second ago that it is a lot closer to me than I thought. Hold on. Mind the boom arm sounds. I'm going to try and see if I can fix this. Awesome. I cannot fix it. I cannot fix it due to the situation of where my chair's wheel is currently at, and I cannot quite get that to switch around. We're stuck with this. All right, give me a few seconds. I am currently booting up the second switch. Oh gosh, dang it. Nope. Go online. Come on. Come on. I wish there was something else I could do on the screen here so everybody knows that I'm doing something and I'm not just sitting here not doing anything. Yes, come on. So if I remember correctly, there will be competition. We will probably get some shinies that we don't need. I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head. Mostly because all I can remember is the nickname that the one I got had when I got it from Wonder Trade. What is it? Me and Xiao is what it was. Me and Fu and me and Xiao are the overlap here. That's what it is. Me and Fu and Mankey both will pop up here. You should get a tripod for it to sit on my desk. The problem is, and the reason why a tripod didn't work, is because the microphone itself weighs so much, and I can't find a tripod that weighs enough to outweigh it. So it just kept tipping over. Though, it is probably worth going back and looking at that again to see if I could find a different one that has a much heavier base. But I definitely would like to, get rid of this boom arm, because this... It works, but man, it's always in my way. Don't know what that Iron Hands is doing there, but he's doing some wiggling. All right, I started this up and I did not double check what the shiny recipe is. It is... Where is it? Oh, it's this one. This is the one where it's oops all pickle. Can you make yourself one? Oh my god, the logistics of that will be extreme. I definitely could. The part that's gonna stop me, I already know what it's gonna be. It is gonna be figuring out the mechanics of the actual boom arm itself. I am not a mechanically driven person. I'm trying to do that may be a tad difficult, but I'm gonna try and make some time this weekend to look into options, because if I could find a way to get rid of this thing, I would happily make a video of me chucking it out my window. Alright, here we go. Off to look for Mankey. We need Green Monkey. Not to be confused with Grookey. That's a different Green Monkey. We need the original Green Monkey. Hang on, I gotta move my blue here. Catching power. Wait, what? Duh. You can see like the gears in my head slowly turning as it took me a second to figure out what it was that I had done wrong. All right, now we get to all sit here for another 10 minutes as I slowly boot up my other Switch again to do this one more time, but with the correct ingredients selected this time. I wish I could say this. I'm sorry, what was happening here? What was that? What is this? This makes me really uncomfortable and I don't know what's going on. I would like everybody to know that I don't think I've ever done this before. I didn't know this was even a thing. If I knew it was a thing, I forgot about it. I'm pretty sure I did not know that was a thing. All right, let's try this again. Come on. Hurry up. I'm waiting for Dolphy to get in here and declare that they have once again ruined their sleep schedules. Because usually when Dolphy is not here at the beginning of the stream, it's because they're in a weird sleep cycle again. They're also away on Discord. So... all right, join a group. Let's try this again. Some sort of attachment thread mounty thingy. The part that I don't think is gonna work, the part that's stopping me right now is how to, so the rest of it, how do I put this? Most of that boom arm I can figure out with 3D printing, but I don't have like a machining setup. Nor do I have any machining knowledge, so. If I did something like that, it'd have to be something that I could just grab and just put together without having to put any thought into it. If that makes sense. I don't know how it decides where to send you. I don't know how it decides where to send you with stuff like this. It's like sometimes it sends you to a place that one of your guys is in, and then sometimes it's just like, all right, bye, you're going to a random location for no reason. Okay, I will select the correct ingredients this time. I promise. What do you mean you went right into it? Why? Come on, work with me here. There we go. PCB way? What? What? I think I'm getting too antsy and I'm putting my inputs in too quickly and it's not registering them. I don't know how else to describe what I just saw happen. All right, I'd like to inform everybody that I have selected the correct ingredients this time and we will not be having another situation such as that last sandwich. There's the Herba Mystica, which I should have noticed instantly last time, but I didn't because I'm an idiot. I also say this every stream, but I haven't said it yet this stream. I really, 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 really hope that in the next Pokemon game, there is nothing like this. Because this just quite frankly sucks. I hate making these sandwiches. Just, like, I don't think anybody out there is like, oh yeah, sandwiches, love making these. I really don't like making these sandwiches. I would really like to have something more like what exists in Omega Ruby or Alpha Sapphire, where you press a button and you just start hunting. Like, that's it. They do a bunch of different 3D printing, machining, and 3D printing with metal and things PCB way. I will take a look at that then. If I can't find anything on Amazon. Like I said, I'll Amazon first, just to see if maybe there's something on there that I missed last time, but I feel like I'm at the point where I gotta do something because I just, yeah, like you pointed out, every stream I complain about this boom arm and I'm tired of complaining about it. I'd rather just get rid of it. Yo, welcome back, Moondot. You've missed absolutely nothing. Literally absolutely nothing. No apples, no nothing, and now we're looking for Green Monkey. Green monkey, and we're probably gonna get more than a few Mienfoos. Hey, Dolphy's back. What's up, Dolphy? How's it going? Did you just wake up? Did you just wake up? Important question, because that was my theory. Send them a 3D model and their machine or I can just send them a model. I am suddenly very interested in this for a completely different reason. For the dumbest reason. I found a mass outbreak of wild lumber. You're in my hunting area. What do you mean? Ricks. Fine, I'll just go this way. Anyway, yeah, yeah, I might be using that 3D printing service for something stupid. If they do resin printing, that's curious. I have something to research now. Yes and no. Elaborate. What's going on in the Dolphinators world? Material, size, and quantity. I'm very interested. I'm very interested for such a stupid reason. There's a miniature model for Warhammer that I really want, but the only way to get it is by 3D printing. It's not something they sell for good reasons. The only way to get it on Etsy is it's like 35 bucks for each one, which is insane. So if I could find a service that can do it for a more reasonable price, I'm in. Because I want 2 of them. You can't elaborate because you have no idea what you meant. Nice. Okay, cool. Today's off to a great start. I am like piloting half a brain cell right now. Dolphy can't explain what they mean, and well, Infernal's always about violence, so. It's a Wednesday! Yay. Need that green monkey. I need green monkey. If we get green monkey, we are in an interesting spot, because then that means I have to go back to Diplin and just keep doing that over and over again, and that sounds horrendous. Relatively normal. Even the part about me piloting half a brain cell, that's pretty typical too. This is all pretty typical. Who would have thought? It's a Wednesday and everything's going like Wednesday. Did someone say violence? Infernal, your other half is going has appeared in the YouTube chat. We have another person who wakes up to the sound of violence. Do I need a Mienfoo? I just realized that. I didn't think I did, but maybe I do. I can't imagine that I need one. I'm pretty sure we already have a Mien. What if there's a better place? You like violence. You and Infernal will get along very well. He is also a supporter of the violence. Is there a better spot for this that's in Paldea? Well, there's a blue thing. That's not what we're looking for, but I will take it. We definitely don't need these now. If there was any doubt before, there is no doubt now. We 100% have all the Mienfoo we could possibly need. So now we just got to get the monkey. Is there a spot in Paldea where monkey and monkey alone will be all that shows up? I genuinely don't know. Infernal came over to YouTube to seek out the other violence. Calm down, it's too much. Oh god. Oh boy. Maybe having you and Infernal in the same chat will be a tad too destructive. We'll see what happens. You two are like gonna feed off each other's energy, and before I know it, there's just gonna be a small nuclear explosion going off over there. Let me Google this real quick. Hang on. Everybody hold on. Nobody move. Nobody move. Hold on. Googling. Once again, I'm complaining about the boom arm because it's in my way as I sit here and try to Google Mankey. Where does this thing show up? Huh? Huh? Okay, what else spawns with it? I don't see any other fighting types on this list. Yep. Oh my god, it spawns everywhere. It's... I forgot about that. Infernal making the guy drink until he was sick. I forgot about that. Dolphy tries to do that to me every now and then. I think I'm gonna go back to Paldea for this one. Especially since I know I don't need this. I like how Dolphy just chimes in all caps. No, I do not. I mean, y'all were tag teaming me the other night. I was drowning in water. All right, according to the list. Okay, well, there's the Mankey. We have found Mankey. At healthy intervals. Ah. So this is where things are going to get weird. I regret to inform you that my water jug, and I mean this very literally, is very empty. There is no water in the jug at the moment. I forgot to go and refill it. Make it healthy. Infernal tries to make you die, I guess. That's true. He weeds in redemptions in between yours. Go fill it up. We'll wait. I mean, if y'all are fine with waiting, it is going to take me like a minute and a half, probably. Let me do a quick loop just so I can see. Oh my god, there's so many Mankey. There's so many Mankey. Yeah, let me do a quick loop and then I'll go downstairs and see if I can retrieve water real quick. Jorkin. Oh, you just saw it. Dolphy just saw the notification. Jorkin. That's it. That's all I put in the notification. Just Jorkin. Nothing else. Like I said, tonight is the night of Orkin. Fill the water bottle until you're drowning. Wait until you see it. I also won't be able to fill up fully because the water pitcher is not currently full. There we go. I got it out. Woke up and just knew. You just sense it. The Dolphy senses were tingling. Also known as I do this every Wednesday, so of course I'd be here. Though I will say there was a part of me today where it crossed my mind briefly where I was like, what if I just don't? What if I just don't? It's been a long, long day. Thought I saw a green monkey for a second. That's that grass again. Oh, Inferno's coming back home. Coming back to the promised land. The promised land of no delay between me saying something and y'all hearing it. There is an annoyingly long delay on the YouTube side of things between when I say something and when you all hear it over there, whereas on Twitch it's usually only like a second or two. It's like usually only a second for me on Twitch's side. And I mean that for like when I watch other people stream as well. Usually when I watch a stream, it's only like a second and a half. It's pretty fast. Delay is per person. That's true. But my point still stands. YouTube for me is like a full like 8 or 9 second delay consistently, whereas Twitch, it's usually only 1 second. This is definitely better for just running into Mankey and nothing but Mankey. That being said, the monkey is currently avoiding us and refuses to turn green. Streamer dude with the furry behind him. What, you talking about Sephiria? She's just sitting there being kind. Don't worry about her. She's chilling. Couple minutes. Wow. I have never, ever heard any kind of delay like that. Or at least I've never experienced anything like that. That would drive me up a wall. Wow. That's intense. Deliver the mail by pigeon. Do you want to be an Abra? Sure, because technically that means that eventually I'll be an Alakazam and therefore be intelligent. And I would like to experience what it's like to be intelligent for once in my life. Delivered via snail to the streamer. The streamer's just sitting there and a snail all of a sudden knocks on their window. Here's that message that was sent on that stream 3 days ago. All you do is teleport. Wait, teleport bread? Hold on a minute. Whoa, hold up. Wait a minute. This deal just suddenly got a lot better. That is a green monkey. That took me a second, but that is in fact green. And that is monkey. Which means I think we're done with this hunt. Can't trade. It'll be a cadaver. Damn. Damn. All my dreams are for naught. I will forever be ignorant. I will never know what it's like to be intelligent. Where is Primeape on my list? There it is. Okay, it's marked in orange. I can mark Annihilate in orange. If I can find it. There it is. Wrong one. There we go. Got it. Boom. Why does it look fine in the menu? This is another great example of all of the... Okay, well, I guess he just really wanted a piece. This is a great example of how bad some shinies are in certain lighting, specifically. Release the... No, I'm not releasing the Mankey. No. Why? This game's lighting is ass. No kidding. You don't have to tell me twice. I'm very aware. Well, I have all the fighting type Paldea specifics now, so I'm gonna go for this one real quick because I think I still need this. How fortunate. I don't know why I dismounted, but here we are. Look at all these crabs. Look at all the crabs. There's some Taurus over there too. All right, well, I'm just gonna start killing crab because, oh, don't attack me, please. Why are these Tauros getting a piece? Gotta kind of count here. I really hope that Tauros just pieces out and goes away. Nope, it came back over, it got a piece. Oh well. I almost think it'd be faster. Why are these Tauros chasing me down from 5 miles away? What do you mean? Brother, go somewhere else. Yo, is there a point in knocking these out this time? Because there are so many here, it may be faster to just go ahead and start resetting this. How much time do I have? 14 minutes? And Latios beat a Meryl in the face as well. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and start picnic resetting this. I don't want to sit here and wait. Yeah, let me get to the end of the sandwich and then I'll go refill my water real quick and we can continue on the rest of the night as per normal. Come on, punch crab. Speaking of getting flashbanged, holy cow, this beach. Very intense on the eyes. We are hunting for punch crab. There happened to be an outbreak of them here, so might as well look for the punchy crab while we can. Because I'm near positive I still need one. I don't think we've gotten one yet. If we have, I genuinely don't remember. And even then, I still need a Crabominable. I know that much. I do not have a Crabominable. I think I may have just unintentionally lied. Hold up a minute. Hold up. Why? See, that makes me scared of what's going to happen if I add the pipes falling down noise that I kind of want to add. Or the goat scream. Or that sound that Dolphy linked us the other day. For failing the balloons level. Yes, that is on my list of things I'm seriously considering adding, just so we're clear. Because I think it sounds hilarious. I do have a Crabominable. I did lie. It's just this thing that I don't have. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to lie to you guys. Or maybe I did. See, now when something bad happens, like if we get that noise, if something bad happens in a game, you can just play that noise and just accentuate what has happened. You're like, ah, yes, this is the sound effect that really goes with what's happening on screens. But I will not name the button that. There is no way. I don't know. I want to get in trouble with Twitch. That'd probably not go well. I also am considering turning Daedalus into a soundboard because I think it'd be hilarious to just catch him off guard with that some night. Because he made that weird noise that one time, that ooh, and I still have that recorded. I didn't delete it. I kind of want to turn it into a name. Or into a named button, because I think that'd be hilarious. And just torment him with that. Could name it projectile dysfunction. So when we go, like when we get into Hell Divers and we try to throw a 500 kg, and then it just bonks us in the head. That floored me the other night when we were playing Hell Divers, and Supo and I were standing there, and all of a sudden the 500 kg lands literally right next to me, and it's like, ah, this is unfortunate. That's not what I wanted to see right next to me. Oh, if only I could mail this to someone else and not have this here right now. Just an upgrade. Wave around like sign? Oh gosh. Makes me think about the upgrades on Super Metroid. Excuse me. I'm gonna be yawning a lot tonight. I did not at all sleep well last night. It was bad. It was really bad. ISAB thumbnail. Why is there a Makuhita here? I didn't know that could be here. Makuhita. Hey, a bot has shown up. Kill it with fire. Let it burn in the fires of its sins. Check everything. Project. Why? Oh. Oh. Oh my god. That is a lot of... Why does it say projectile dysfunction? That sure looks like it's working. If anything, that looks like it's overworking. Also, if your projectile bends like that, you may want to see a doctor. Hey, you don't know that. There was that whole movie where the theme was curving the bullet. Maybe they've just mastered curving the bullet. They could be elite assassins, for all you know. No, that is not. Was that in Matrix? Nah, it was the one that made it like a really like big point and kept beating it to death. Was that one movie that had Angelina Jolie and that one actor that played Professor X in the newer X-Men? But I cannot remember the dude's name. Can't remember the dude's name, and I cannot remember the name of the movie. I just remember that it had Angelina Jolie and it had that guy, and it was really bad. Really did not like it. Was not a fan. But it sticks with me because they could curve the bullet. And that was it. They really liked curving the bullet. If it makes you feel any better, I don't know anything about the Matrix series either, and it kills everybody that I work with. Just not from the generation that watched that. And everybody I work with is from the generation that watched that, so it hurts their souls to know that they are that old. My soul isn't going to start hurting until people regularly mention that they've never seen like any of the early Avengers movies. Then I'll be in pain. Then it'll really start hurting. Then I'll be like, oh yeah, I am old. Iron Man came out when I was like in middle school or something. Oh god. Pokemon Champions is not a real video game? That's it? That's Pokemon Champions? I'll admit there was no way I was going to play that because I just do not care about the competitive side of this game anymore for reasons. But holy shit, that's like 10 times worse than anything you'd see in Gale of Darkness, Coliseum, or even that one they made for the Wii that was really bad. It was way better than that. Watch the entire Avengers. That's the only way to watch it, is in timeline-specific order. I stopped watching Marvel-related stuff, though, after the Thor Love and Thunder. Thor Love and Thunder ended the honeymoon for me, where I was kind of like, all right, I'm out. This just killed me. I can't do it anymore. I was so excited for Gore the God Butcher, and then that like whole movie just kind of like just kind of shit the bed, and then I didn't want anything to do with it anymore. I'm convinced they're not gonna. They're just gonna. I think they're about to get stuck in this pattern where I think they're just gonna keep rebooting stuff that already worked, and they're not gonna try anything new. I think I have a bad feeling, like with them recasting Robert Downey Jr. as Doom, bringing back Chris Evans. Like, they kind of hit the break glass in case of emergency one because their movies have kind of been starting to not do so well. And they're blaming it on the characters they have and the actors instead of the fact that just the newer movies have kind of sucked. I think after Avengers Endgame, there was a certain degree of expectations that people had. And I think, unfortunately, that... I remember very distinctly that Black Widow movie that came out, like being really excited for it, and then it came out and we watched it and we were like, what just happened? Have there been any talks of them doing a Ghost Rider movie, though? I haven't heard anything. What did I just throw out? Then Spider-Man No Way Home, I think is it, and Deadpool. Yeah, exactly. Which is a shame, too, because hypothetically, I should be really hyped for that new Spider-Man movie that's coming out because it has Scorpion in it at long last. But I feel nothing. I stepped on a crab. I'm surprised we haven't seen any shinies of this yet. I thought for sure we would. The other show that I like, when I was a kid, I was really into Star Wars, obviously. A lot of, like, pretty much everybody my age was. Just completely have not cared about it in recent times, not even slightly. New Spider-Man also has some interesting addition. Yeah, it's like they're about to do... The trailer makes it seem like they're about to do something crazy like Man-Spider. Which would be something, and definitely unexpected. Him going against the Punisher is also really interesting, but they absolutely are not going to let the Punisher be the Punisher in a Spider-Man movie. There's absolutely no way. Out of all the vigilantes they could have had in there, having the Punisher in there was definitely a choice because those two are going to be completely at odds in terms of censoring and like PG rating. And that's coming from someone who actually did like the Punisher Netflix shows. I liked them. I didn't like them as much as I liked Daredevil or Luke Cage, but I still liked them. He literally, yeah. He gets kicked out of a vehicle at some point, but I feel like he's absolutely going to have to be censored. There's no way they can just have his full character in that movie. There is no way. It looks like we are not getting a punch crab. We will have to look for a punch crab another day. Well. All right, who's ready to go looking for more apples? Yay! It's like cloth all over again, except it's apples now. Woo! Kill me! Woohoo! So psyched. Love Lynette. All right, let's do this. Back to apples. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I'm jorking it. Oh, man. Oh, jeez. Sorry. Every time I have to pull up, like, I don't know what it is, but for some reason I get, like, mind locked. I don't know how else to phrase it. Whenever I start booting up the Switch Lite, because I just feel like I don't know what it is. I'm like stun like, oh gosh dang it, that's right, I forgot. Hang on, let me go do that real quick. Hang on. Almost took out my whole desk setup. Oh god, I'm all... Okay. I achieved it. Did we do it? Did we do the thing? I think we did the thing. What are you stuck on now? God. Okay. Infernal and I were talking about this before you got on. I am going to be doing everything I can over the next couple of weeks to get rid of this boom mic. I cannot take this anymore. It's driving me up the wall. I hate this thing. I hate it so much. It's in the way of my wheels. It's getting stuck on cords. I can go down the list. The Finnick just wants it gone. And then I can jork again in peace. Stop jorking it. I'll jork wherever I please. Do not tell the Finnick where the Finnick can and cannot jork. The Finnick will do the jorking where the Finnick feels like jorking. So wait, I'm curious. Have you watched like a lot from Pokemon Champions, or is it only that clip that you've seen so far? Is that a Dreeby? Why is Dreeby here? Wait, what? That's confusing. I think it's pretty sad that it doesn't look anything to the quality level that like Stadium or Gala Darkness looked like. That's pretty sad. Dragapult attacks something with a focus sash and somehow also activates the Dragapult's focus sash. What the? Oh god, great, cool. Alright, so all I'm hearing is people are going to keep using Showdown. I can't believe that after all these years, Showdown started while I was still in college, and like over 10 years later, Pokemon still has not figured out how to challenge Showdown. Even with this, they're still not going to be able to do it. An amazing sandwich. So beautiful. So green. So much more healthier than anything I eat. Kind of that made sleep in a cup. Oh, cool. Awesome. So, amateurs. Amateurs. Although it's really hard to call them amateurs when Pokemon Company made shit like this. Yeah, Pokemon Company is known for not exactly being intelligent. Greedy, very much so. Intelligent, not so. Because they could make way more money if they played this smarter, but they refuse to because gotta make money fast. Doesn't matter if we make the most money. Just matters as long as we make some money. Gotta make it as fast as possible. Alright, cool. Now to the next thing. Woo! I just imagine that, like, since we're on the subject of jorking it, that the executives of PMC are just sitting there jorking it every time they're shoving another game out because they're like, oh yeah, we're gonna get some sales off of this. Welcome back. You missed some jorking, and that's about it. Your day also implies that Spider-Man has the ability to stick to wall and using his ass. Oh God, that's not good. That's not good because that means that thing that oh my God, what were their names? Corridor Digital. It means that Corridor Digital thing they did where Spider-Man shoots webs from his butthole is gonna become real. Please get the hot sauce so we can stop me. No, I will just continue to do what I please. This hot sauce is not gonna stop me. You shoot webs from your butt? I can now. Go, butt webs. The tissues come. What the? Oh God, I forgot about that. I will never forget that Spider-Man balloon where the balloon was attached to Spider-Man's dingle. For some reason, they were like, ah, yes, this is a good idea. We will anchor him here upon his rod. Something was tingling. Actually, it probably wasn't tingling. It probably had gone numb from the string being tied around it. It tingles no more. The spidey sense is gone. There will be no more tingling. Look at that beautiful shiny Latios. That Puchaina was about to touch me. Think he has a hand on it? Be funnier if it was his butt. What? Puchaina. I love it when I pronounce things and it triggers Dolphy. And the funny part is, it's usually not intentional. It's very rarely that I'll purposely mispronounce something or pronounce it in a weird way. That one I just did because Puchaina. No, Puchaina. It's fun to say it that way. Bite me. The Puchaina. Chooses a crunch on me. Oh, I am the crunch wrap now. Hey, in fairness, it's Poochie and Hyena, so Pooch Hyena makes sense. Just saying. I know it's Poochiena, but Pooch Hyena does make some sense. Pooch Hyena. Also, shoutouts to when I was a kid and Puchaina was a thing. I had no idea how the hell to pronounce it back then because I was really, really young. I'm pretty sure that game released when I was not even double digits. It doesn't last my finger. Well, Puchaina. Now I'm always going to pronounce it that way. Thanks. Dolphy has decided that Puchaina is pronounced Puchaina. We will no longer accept any other pronunciations. If you believe another pronunciation should be used, you can feel free to fill out a card, and we'll get to your request within the next 20,000 business days. See, now we're going to run things like Microsoft does. We will not hear your complaints, and the beatings will continue until morale improves or the shareholders say otherwise. Thank you. Have a nice day. The Fennec would like to get a golden apple at some point in his life. It'd be very nice if we could just get this done with so I don't have to do this anymore. I can't wait to get the golden apple, put it in the box, and never look at it again. As I do with most of my shinies. I was complaining about this earlier on stream, but I would like it to be known that I still have not acquired a shiny Xurkitree, just so we're clear. Shiny Xurkitree has continued to elude me. I do not know how many resets I am up to, but I can tell you right now, we are very far north of thousands. The weird Christmas tree dongle thing is refusing, absolutely refusing. Yo, Gratz Anderson. Yeah. The channel must grow. I found that when I was working on trying to push those numbers, YouTube Shorts definitely made a difference. Those shorts really do numbers. I'm sorry, is there something back over there? No. Circuitry. Circuitry City? So does that mean that if Pokemon was set in the real world, Circuit City would still exist and Circuitry would be its mascot? Can you imagine having a Circuitry as a mascot? I can't remember if I've asked this in here before. So, what's everybody's favorite Ultra Beast? Bot took a while to be banned from Twitch this time. That's surprising. I wonder what kept their bot going. Usually really good about that. Oh well. Blacephalon? I think Blacephalon gets points for just being so absolutely ridiculous. It really takes the whole Ultra Beast thing and was like, hey, what happens if we turn this dial to 11? And then it popped its head off and exploded. That's not a euphemism. No head. Sad. Sad. No Jorkin. Probably Guzzlord. Fair. Guzzlord is definitely one of those where, like, you see it. It's one of those. It's a good poster child for the Ultra Beast because you see that and you're like, what is that thing? Just because it's so monstrous. I am definitely biased towards circuitry. Also, I went and got water, and I never actually took a drink from it, just so we're clear. No head? Sag. Still Jorgen. We'll find way. We'll take more than that to stop the Jorgen. God damn it. I saw that Sawaddle there. I saw it was green, and I was like, oh my god, look, it's a green apple, guys. We finally got a green apple. And I was like, oh, never mind. That's a bug. That's not a dragon. Clearly. Oh, boy. I'm to throw myself out of a window. You know what's funny is I moved to a townhouse where I'm not nearly as high off the ground floor as I was at my old apartment, but I feel like I use the threat of throwing myself out a window more now. Maybe because I know there's less likelihood of critical collateral damage. Guess you could say that really bugged me. Ah. Well. I guess we're gonna have to deploy the Ninja Finnick now. Dolphy had a good run, but that's it. They're just gone. Don't know what happened to him. They just met their end one day. Mysterious death. Died on the toilet, just like Elvis. Can Home Alone your house? If I tried to pull a Home Alone, I'd end up setting off every single one of my traps. I'd end up like Rube Goldberging that. I'd hit one and all the others would detonate at the same time. The 15th paint can trap. They may have expected the first. They may have expected the second. They may have expected the third. They may have expected the fourth. But they won't expect the 15th. This time we're gonna get them good. And when the dust settles, I will be the only one jorking it. There can only be one jorker, and it will be me. That's just realized we can insert that into I came, I saw, I conquered, and make that phrase really interesting. I came, I saw, I jorked. That's the safest version of that, but there's some other alternatives that we can do in there. Oh, and if anybody's curious, I cannot tell you how jorking it got stuck in my head. I do not know how or where I picked that phrase up from, but something said it recently, it got in there, and now I can't get it out. That's we jork. This has to be one of my least favorite hunts. There's a reason why I've put this one off for so long. Excuse me. Sorry. How much time do we have left? 7? Oh my god, we're only like 13 minutes into this. It feels like we've been here for 30. Oh my god, shoutouts to whichever stream that was where Dolphy said it felt like a whole century had passed. The strip club strap jorking it, and by it, well, let's just say my Jesus Christ. I feel like that unironically would be something that someone would post from a club if they got like completely wasted. Thinking they're being like cheeky or like subtle, and it's just like, okay, nope, we completely surpassed it. We're off the deep end, and we are in fact jorking it. Pretty sure that was Monday. I think it was. Maybe it was Sunday. I don't know, the days blurring together at this point. I can no longer tell where one day ends and another begins. As far as I'm concerned, Monday never ended. It's just been one really long Monday. That Monday continued into a Monday, which continued into another Monday, which continued into jorking it, and now here we are. Oh yeah, happy Jorks Day. I'm pretty sure you can, yeah. In fact, I'm pretty sure there is actually a story from that where there was a streamer, if I recall correctly, where there was a live stream fail of this guy where he ended his stream, at least thought he didn't turn the camera off or anything, and just started going to town on stream. Suffice to say, yes, indeed, he was banned. Well, I was gonna ask real quick, why did we post highlighted baseballs? What's that for? What was that about? What are that? Spank the hog. Spanked the hog, and then Twitch spanked him hard. Did not call him daddy. And now there's a storm. Awesome. Cool. Love it. Fantastic. Beautiful. Thanks, game. Love it. Makes my life so much easier. Uh-huh. Fuck. Why? I wish we could find one. It's been a while since we've had a shiny line up with that button press. Golly, I wish we could. I really wish we could have a shiny line up with that button again. It'd be nice. It'd be so nice. So nice. I would like to do it twice. Yet here we are. I have none. And I reset again in search of a green apple. I'm never going to understand why we have this Grimer in the party. I just don't know. I wish I could answer and say that I remember why I have this Grimer, and I just don't remember. The sad part is I don't think that Grimer is because... Wait. Okay, so it's not... I don't remember why we have this. I'm kind of wondering if we caught it in Violet and transferred it over, but it looks like that trainer ID is making it pretty clear that it was caught by this character, in which case I have absolutely no idea why we have it. Unless I just caught it by accident and just wasn't thinking. I don't know. There must have been a reason. If the VODs went back that far, we could probably figure it out. But unfortunately, the VODs do not go back that far. Please give me shiny apple. I wanna be done. I don't wanna do this anymore. This hunt, I'm tired of it. It's such a cute idea to have apple and spawn hanging from a tree, but holy cow. This is awful for shiny hunting it. Keep going to town. How much time do I have now? We're down to 10 minutes. This is the worst. At least this isn't as bad as Cloth. I will at least give this hunt that benefit. Cloth was 10 times worse than this, and it's not even close. One of the apples just went machine gun mode. Oh my god. I heard it as we were running away. I still don't know why it happens, but it's amazing when it does. There's a Puchain over there. See, now I'm almost trying to like think of things that I can purposely mispronounce just because I think it'd be funny. Now I want to do it on purpose. There gotta be some other good ones that I can nail. Some other ones that I don't know are funny pronunciations that I just gotta come up with and figure it out. I feel like there are a lot of those that I just won't think of until it's in the, like the spur of the moment. Because there are so many funny pronunciations that I've locked onto over the years, but they just really don't come back until I'm like in the moment, and then it's like, oh yeah, I used to call this thing this. Because it's a funny nickname. Ow. I want to go back to the hunts where we're getting like 4 shinies per sandwich. That was fun. That felt good. I would also accept being able to do hunts on Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, so that way we can see the superior method of dex nabbing, because at least that was consistent and didn't usually take too long. Welcome back. You've missed absolutely nothing. We still have no green apple, and I'm still slowly losing my sanity. Just another Wednesday. Another Wednesday with the homies. Also steadily running out of juice to think of new conversations. I was doing good there for a while, but I'm starting to get a little tired. I wonder if there's any hope for a Gale of Darkness sequel now that they have seemingly remembered that it existed and they put it out on that Nintendo Switch Online thing. There may not be any hope, but I'd like to pretend there's like a modicum of hope. The slightest little droplet of hope that we may get a sequel to one of the best Pokemon games ever made. And if you've never played Gale of Darkness, I feel sorry for you. That game was immaculate. Ouch. I've been sitting in this chair for way too long. Way too long sitting in this chair. The problem is when I work remote on Wednesdays, it's basically I just get up, sit in chair, proceed to sit in chair all day working on stuff. Then I get done with my stuff there and I continue to sit in chair working on stuff for myself, which is book related or art related usually. Then I get on here to stream for another little bit where I also sit, and then I go to bed. Doing a whole lot of sitting. Yes, it will 100% be on a Saturday. It will definitely, no way I'm doing a Sunday. Always Saturday. Weekdays are out, and I'm not doing Sunday, because Sunday is Sunday. We do not touch that day. That is the day to get shit done before the week starts again. Also known as pick up all the stuff that I ruined on Saturday. I feel like if I could find an Applin outbreak, we'd be in business, but Applin outbreak. Man, I don't want to go through another one of these with no apples. I've probably missed a shiny. Wouldn't shock me. Be home alone when the server starts. Hell yeah. I stepped in something. Yeah, it's been a long time since I've seen an apple on the ground that goes shiny. Yeah, like I said, I'll be experimenting with some of the server stuff over this weekend, hopefully. I've still got other stuff that I have to get taken care of over this long weekend, so we'll see what time allows for. Fingers crossed. I know one of the, I'm tired of yawning. One of the mods that I really want to interact with is that dinosaur prop hunt. I want to interact with that prop hunt mod so bad, but we need people for that. We'll see what kind of population we can get, but if we can get like 4 or 5 people on this server, which I think is actually possible, that'd be fantastic, because then we could do the dinosaur prop hunt, and I think that would be hilarious. Just because I know everyone's going to assume I'm going to hide as a jerboa, so it'll really catch them off guard when I hide as a jerboa. And I touched an apple. Whoops. Hell yeah. You can definitely do 2-man adventures. Absolutely. Daedalus and I were just 2-man in it for the longest time. It started off as me, Daedalus, and Haplo. Haplo lost interest in Ark. And then Daedalus and I kept going. Then we eventually picked up Shadow. She wanted to try it, and she ended up doing quite a bit of it on a couple of the maps. She has a tendency to only show up for day 1, though. That's been pretty consistent. She'll show up sometimes after that, but it's usually only day 1. Subo does Subo things. Sometimes Subo's there, sometimes Subo's not, and Subo does whatever Subo wants. And then we found you. And that's really all we've had on the Ark server so far. We have some other people in the Ark server. They joined on the chance that they might be interested, but that was a long time ago, and they definitely don't have interest anymore. No way. Dolphy and Daedalus, yep. Yeah, we're gonna have schedules to figure out. That's probably gonna, considering that Dolphy's usually available every time that I stream, it's probably gonna be figuring out Daedalus' schedule. Oh my god, it gets so hard to see these apples during the daytime. I do not have any idea which ones on these trees are applins and which ones aren't. They are impossibly hard to see. Back we go. Yeah, we're at the very end of this. Ah. Didn't mean to step on that. Oh well. Well, we have spent an hour in total tonight, and we have not seen any shiny apples. The apples are much easier to see during night. At night, they stand out massively. During the day, they're much closer. The problem is, so like the ones on the ground are easy to see. It's these ones on the tree, depending on the angle they're at, the shading on them can make it really hard to tell them apart. Let me find one on a tree real quick. I mean, I think this is like proving my point. Because they're in the shadow. You can see a couple there. But depending on which angle the sun is hitting them from, it can make them about as dark red as these apples and make them blend in pretty good. So from one angle, it can look like a normal apple, and then the other angle, it's like, oh yeah, clearly that's a dude. But either way, regardless, no green apple that I was able to see, so we are still stuck with no apple. Well, this is a first. We no longer have anything to hunt for outside of this. And I don't want to do these back to back. Then I would like to do a different hunt. Where was that at? I could go for that. Just do something. Oh yeah, you never sent anything. You sent a couple of things in not in Discord. You sent a couple of things in Twitch chat, but it was like 2 things. We haven't done a hunt over there for a while. We could do one of those. I know they're all in this area. We can 100% do that and just be a little different. Let's be a little different. It was more. You sent me 2, and then you said all of Paleoarch, if I recall correctly. I don't remember anything outside of that. But if you put them in Discord, we won't lose them. Because if they're in Twitch chat, we'll lose them. Why are people on YouTube? Ow. Freaks. I mean, yeah. People do what they want to do. What's up, Zach? How's it going? Right, let me get this going. We are getting ready to start another sandwich. This one is going to be one that we have not done in a while. We have not done this one in a very long time. I do not remember what the recipe was for this one. It is... Oh boy, it's the fun one. This was the one that... I'm pretty sure this is one of the ones that y'all wigged out on me on for my pronunciation of this initially. The one that initially rhymed with mosquito. But definitely does not rhyme with mosquito if you pronounce it correctly. I remember when I said how I pronounced it out loud one time to Daedalus, and Daedalus like lost it. Buckwheat. Our good old prosciutto. And if you look at the recipe list, that tells you what the next hunt... Well, it's not going to tell you what I'm hunting. It just at least tells you what type I'm going after. But yeah, we're pretty much at the point where the only things from Paldea that we need that aren't the starters is just the apples and the poltergeist. Unless I'm mistaken, we have literally everything else. Okay. My gosh, I cannot make my brain work correctly with this. Here we go. So we are going to be going after something that we haven't gone after before on stream at all, but that's because we're at the point now where we can finally go after other things that we haven't gone for that are not just Paldea exclusives. The next one that we're going to be going after is Pick-a-Peck, Trumbeak, and Toucannon. We're going after birds. I thought about going for Fomantis and Lurantis, but going for them in this game is not the most fun experience. Toucannon is a buy icon. True. He's also a cereal mascot. A very angry cereal mascot. Impaling that cucumber before it slides off the sandwich. It was thinking about it. Here we go. Now we get to see how many we get here. We should get some Pokemon from this. This should not be like the last couple of hunts where we get nothing. At least we got the Mankey taken care of, so we don't have to worry about Annihilate anymore. Outside of trying to evolve it, which is going to be annoying. Here we go. Sparkling Power and Counter Power. Let's do this. Going for the icon. I'm just going to start referring to it as the icon now. Check Arc. Oh! Dino Depot. Yep. Fields. Paleoarc, Ascension. Oh God. Oh, there's some overlap here with the Shinies that I was not expecting, but that's not a bad thing because we don't have one of these yet. Super Spyglass. Oh, and the Potions one. I actually did forget about the Potions one completely. Oh, I just realized how miserable this is going to be to figure out which one of these are shiny or not. Okay. Oh my God, there's so many of these here. What do you mean? I'll take a look at that list. I'll take a look at that list later. There we go. That's English. And I'll go through and see what each of those mods do. There are some of those I know immediately, but there's some of those that I don't know what they do. Like there's Awesome Spyglass and then Super Spyglass. What's the difference? I don't remember what I remember how different Shiny Toucannon is. I remember what Trumbeak looks like. I don't remember what Pick-a-Peck actually looks like. What is that? What is that? What was that? That was weird. I have no idea what that sparkle was. It definitely wasn't a shine. It's back again. What is that? That's strange. Okay, I'm just gonna go back this way. Goodbye. I'm gonna have to look up the shiny palette on this one because I don't remember. I don't remember. Hang on. Where's my phone? Who will be using game chat? Ah, yes, that's definitely the button I clicked on. Thank you. Buy Toucannon, son or trans Sylveon daughter. Nice. Shiny Picky Peck. What is this color? Okay. Got it. It's gonna be tough. This is gonna be tough. This is one of those where if it was just any other game and shading wasn't a factor, this would be very easy to tell the difference on, but since shading's a factor, this is gonna be very tough. Hopefully it's a little more vibrant than what it looks like on its actual shiny sprite that I could see online here, because if it ain't, we're about to be Ian for a... God, I can't see them. They're in the grass. They're in the weeds. All fun and games until the grass starts chirping. Oh boy, this is a very tough one to check through. Wow, that's a very long list of features to read through. I was gonna try to like glance read through them, and then it's like, oh no, they're going to require some dedicated reading. And I stepped on something. Spyglass. Huh. Oh my god. Evolves into a super mega version when you feed it kibble. Good god. Is that the super spyglass? Wait, what is the names of these mods again? Hang on. The super spyglass versus awesome spyglass. Sigh. So dramatic, that one character over there on that bridge. What is that sparkle thing on the bridge? Because it was back again. I don't know what's over there, but something is hiding. It must be one of those Terra ones. And it's just glitching for some reason. Good lord, there's a lot of settings on there. That's like that's a lot of homework to go through all of that. Holy cow. You know how much time it's going to take me to go through that spyglass list to figure out how all the settings work? Gosh dang. Man, speaking of things that are going to be a pain, this is a pain. See, like right there, the shadows on that at a glance kind of make it look like it's a shiny, but it's not. I've been fooled. I've been hoodwinked, and I've quite possibly been bamboozled. I think the odds are pretty good right now that we're going to end up getting a shiny Toucanon first. And the only reason why I think that is because I think if one of the other ones goes shiny, there's a very good chance I miss it, and I definitely will not miss a Toucanon. Picky Peck I will miss. Toucanon, no way. Trumbeak, yeah, it's kind of 50-50. It just depends on what bush it spawns in. Wow, this takes a lot of focus. This is really intense. This might actually be even more intense. It's maybe more intense than the Applin was. At least with Applin, I had a rhythm. With this is going to take a minute for me to find a rhythm. It'd be cool if we could get all of these on one sandwich. I know that was something that kind of always tended to happen. I've made many, many shorts where I get all 3 of an evolutionary line in a single sandwich. So it's possible. I just don't think it's likely here. Because I don't think we're hitting enough. I don't think we're running fast enough to get an... See, that one right there looks different, but it's not. Why? Wait, what's this dead body? I showed you a lot of information. There's a lot of good information there. It'd be nice to look at something and see literally every single stat it has, instead of trying to guess or extrapolate information from what we can see. Yeah, that type of information is going to be super handy, because there have definitely been a few times where it's like, man, I really wish we could see this. For the dino stat specifically, that is something I've thought multiple times, where it's like, man, I really wish we could see this. It's nice to hear the black and white music in this. I really like the music of this area. Almost purely the part where it riffs the black and white theme, but oh well. I will take what I can get. I'm still kind of disappointed that we didn't get any kind of remix for that. I was really hoping that we would get something for black and white. Just go around. I feel like black and white is one of those that does need kind of a second chance. But it almost comes across that like they're almost afraid to run it. Especially now that we've kind of like seen the leaked plans for the future, and we kind of know where they're going with some of the stuff. It's like, oh, they're really going to be avoiding this hardcore. The fact that there were more plans for Gen 3 and 4 before anything with black and white is mad. I'm not going to complain because I love Gen 3, but I guess I will still complain a little bit. I can't help but wonder if the plan, since the plan does seem to be connect Gen 3 and 4 together, if it's going to be like silver and gold. And I cannot imagine how that's going to work. Because I wonder if they fuse Gen 3 and Gen 4 together, are they going to start you in Gen 3 or are they going to start you in Gen 4? They got to send you somewhere. I would say these are the thoughts that keep me up at night, but that'd be a lie. Well, that was shiny for a second, but nope. I would say that I expect to see an Oricorio go shiny, but knowing my luck, there's almost no way. I don't know what it is about Oricorio, but that thing refuses to go shiny no matter which one I hunt. I can't get the ghost one to spawn. I can't get that one to spawn. I've not seen the pom-pom one. None of them. And all of them have been hunted for at some point or another. I don't know why I'm cursed when it comes to Oricorio, but whatever. Oricorio and its pom-poms are not a fan of me. They're not true fans. There's a tiny bird in that bush. Burb. Oh, well, I stepped on a burb right as I said that. brought it upon myself to get burbed. I really hope this sandwich doesn't end with me getting absolutely nothing. I'm going to be so upset. It'll be one of the most uneventful nights of shiny hunting ever if we get nothing off of this sandwich. It won't be as bad as some of the cloth sandwiches, but it's going to be pretty bad. It's just unfortunate that we can't go faster. The grass here is so deep. If the grass was just trimmed down, if we could mow it or change a setting to get rid of the foliage, this would be infinitely easier. But these birds are just so freaking tiny. They're so small. And a lot of them keep spawning in these gigantic flower bushes. Well, as we're sitting here going through this hunt and kind of winding down a little, worth noting that on Friday it will 100% be a new game. I don't know what new game it's going to be just yet, but I do know it will be something new. It won't be Planet Crafter. It won't be shiny hunting. It won't be... What else have we been doing lately? I feel like that's kind of been it. But there are a couple of things that it might be. There's a chance it could be Dark Tide. There is a chance it could be the new Pokemon Snap. There is a chance it could be Coromon. There was a plan that I had in place. I mentioned this at the beginning of the stream. I'm mentioning it one more time. There was a plan in place that I had, but I do not want to do this other game that I had my eyes on until we are past the Arc server, because I do not want this game to get interrupted. Because there's a game that I really want to beat that I've never beaten. Well, it's one that I have a weirdly inconsistent time with beating, where I usually get like halfway through it and then something happens and I don't finish it. So I'd really like to be able to play through the whole thing on stream from beginning to end. And I think it would be a good watch. But we'll see when we get there. Now then, I was just re-explaining what I already explained at the beginning of the stream. The stuff I was just explaining that I still don't know what Friday is going to be. We're keeping an eye on it. Could be Dark Tide, could be the new Pokemon Snap, could be Coromon, could be a different thing altogether. It just depends on which way the wind blows and which way I get blown. It's going to be so weirdly freeing when we get rid of the apples and I don't have to hunt the apples anymore. I honestly think that's just like the one thing that's holding back the shiny hunting streams from really popping off, because the apple is such a boring, uninteresting hunt. If I could get away from that, I could make a list of all the other ones that I still need to get. Because I still need to do the shiny starters. We need to finish that and get another Sobble. We need 2 more Sobble, we need Grookey's, we need like all these other things. I could also be a psychopath and we could egg hunt on stream, which would arguably be the most boring thing I could possibly do. Which almost makes it funny and almost makes it worth it. I hate egg hunting, just so we're clear. If you think sandwich grinding is boring, just wait till you see the awe-inspiring power that is egg grinding. Especially with how full our boxes are, we'd have to transfer things to home first before we do anything with that. Deluxe egg, might as well not even, exactly. Exactly. Yeah, if we did egg hunting, I could probably like, oh man, what was that when I did, oh, it was, geez, there was one time when we were trying to launch the Ark server, I think it was when we were trying to launch Cabalist, things just kept going wrong, and when I was waiting for it to boot, like, I was still streaming, and I was just like, you know what, fuck it. And so, while we were waiting for it to reboot, I just started doing Link to the Past on stream. Just on top of the server booting screen. Yo, I called it. I called it from a mile away. I said it was going to be the Toucanon, because it's the easiest to see. All right, we have the buy icon. Made a thread and Arc for the mods. Hell yeah. That works. Because I can scroll up and find them. It's not exactly an active channel right now. I just read a little bit of that Toucanon Pokédex entry, and all I took away from it was Toucanon has problems with gas. And I feel bad for the poor little guy. He needs a gas X. He's in the thick of it, and I've stepped in shit again. Honestly, calling shiny hunting a just chatting stream is extraordinarily on point about what the big appeal is for streaming shiny hunting on Twitch. Like, this is one of those games where it's like, if ever there was a stream to be prepared to have conversations for, this is like the chance when anybody should know that discussions can happen as long as the eyes do not get peeled away too much from the screen, so I can keep looking at things and seeing if any shinies show up. That's why, one of the reasons why I liked watching the Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire hunts so long ago, the streamers that I watched, we would just sit in there and it basically just turned into a just chatting stream as we waited for a shiny to appear. And we would sit in there for hours. Might as well have the mods pinned for anyone who wants to see them. Yeah, I guess we could. Yeah, I guess we could. I'll take a look. Oh god. Let's take a look at after we get to the end of this. I would really like to get a second bird from this. If I can get a second bird that's not a Toucanon, we'll be in massive business. Toucanon was definitely one of the worst things that we could have gotten. Just because now the odds are far more likely that we're going to get a whiff. Something that I don't need. Mirror. Now imagine if one of them had the color draining from their faces, but the other one didn't. $833. The odds are, I'd say that it's decently reasonable to expect that we get another shiny before the sandwich ends. I just really hope it's not another Toucanon. Wait, what? Oh. I wish. Or, you know what? We get a Toucanon, we just cut it in half and be like, aha, here we go. It's a Picky Peck because it's now Picky Peck size because we cut it in half. Life hack. I also just realized that in this Pokemon universe, the Fruit Loop mascot is definitely a Toucanon, and that means that he shoots Fruit Loops from his beak. I just need everybody to consider that for 1 second. Giant bird that shoots Fruit Loops. Also, real talk, it's actually kind of surprising that they haven't introduced anything into the games to actually de-evolve your Pokemon. That's kind of weird that they've never done that. Like, I mean, I guess from like maybe like a universe perspective, they don't want that to happen, but from like a gameplay perspective, that'd be really handy for the people that accidentally evolved something that they didn't want to have evolve. It would also be like really handy for those Pokemon where you need them to evolve into something specific, but it's like a 50-50 chance and you have no control over it. So then you evolve like 3 shinies in a row, but they all turn into Cascoon and then you're crying. Because all of your shinies are wasted on Cascoon of all things. No, I'm definitely not speaking from personal experience. No way, not even slightly. What are you talking about? You're crazy. Who's crazy? You're crazy. Is that a shiny? Nope. Kind of funny considering the fact that there was a Pokemon Go community day for Toucannon not too long ago. So this is the second time in recent memory that I've had to hunt this thing. Did you evolve Slowbro with a hacksaw? I mean, you're not wrong. They did that in the anime, right? They didn't hacksaw it off, but they did de-evolve a Slowbro by getting rid of the shelter, if I remember correctly. I think it is too, I'm pretty sure. That sounds very familiar. When the shelter is connected, it evolves. If it's removed, you know what though? One thing that bothers me is that they never did a regional form for that shelter that is Slowbro's tail. Just so it makes some sense, because it's so weird that the shelter snaps on there and just changes, and then it's like, what happens if you remove it? Does it still look like this weird spiral shell, or does it like go back to being a normal shelter? And if it goes back to being a normal shelter, why? There's so many questions I need answering to. I'm never gonna get the answers. How do the shelter work? It's even more infuriating when you realize that they did have plans to make that spiral shelter into a dedicated Pokemon, and there are sprites for that in the game files that they did not use, in addition to some of the other cut Pokemon that they didn't use. So they considered it pretty heavily at one point. They were like, yeah, we're probably going to do this. And then they changed their mind last second. Like, nah, that's lame. And all I can say is, nah, that's really stupid. You guys should have definitely done it. It'd be kind of cool if they brought back some of those Pokemon that they cut. Like, can you imagine if they have a generation, they're like, hey guys, guess what? Pokemon now can have 4 stages of evolution. Good luck, here's Goro 2. I'm pretty sure the internet would collapse if that happens. Which makes me want it even more just to see people lose their minds. Oh, great. It's four birds, one bush. Still can't tell if one of them is shiny or not. I'm going to assume none of them are. Move on with my life. A dragon Terra shard, huh? I'm going to put this with all the other ones that I don't use. I do not understand the appeal of collecting stuff in these games that everybody knows won't last to the next game. Like, getting the Pokemon makes sense. You transfer them to Pokemon Home and you keep them. But these items, the Mega Stones, everything else, it's like, this feels pointless. Check arc. Combine them all into one picture. That's handy. Evolution series, dangerous depths. Anything that improves the underwater stuff is definitely worth adding, just because that map is going to be so water themed. Heliorc Ascension, native aquatics. Legacy meat spoiler sounds fine. That should be fine. I am surprised. We're 100% that Rulers of the Waste one is actually free now. We're 100% sure of it, because that one definitely was a paid mod when it first came out. 100%. I remember that very distinctly, because I was like, oh, those are cool. And then I was like, oh, never mind. You have to pay for them. I guess we'll never see those. Wild. Okay. I'm definitely down with adding them because it's another Spino. And I will never complain about having more Spinos in my life. Just for the audio? What kind of audio does that make? I also like how Dino Depot is just like the derpy little crown drawing. All right, I don't see any more thingies to check. We are out of time. Therefore, we got 1 toucan off of that sandwich. That's not the best, not the worst, whatever. I'm fine with it. It could have been better. When I test it, oh god, it's gonna be okay. I'm scared. Is that? No, it's not. Had to double check, make sure that wasn't shiny real quick. Oop. Hang on. Where is? There it is. All right, I pinned that screenshot that has them all collapsed together. Oops. This is definitely one of the smallest nights we've had in a long time in terms of like the quantity of shinies that we've gotten, because all we've gotten are these 3 derpy dudes. And that's it. We have so many things that we're going to have to go through here and evolve later on. A lot of things that we're going to need to evolve. At least we already did these. That could have been really annoying. They're overwhelmingly amazing shinies where their eye color just changes and that's it. What a dumb shiny Pokemon. Two Bramblin, one of those is going to have to evolve. Two Flittle, one of those is going to have to evolve. We have the Choodle. One of our millions of golden Magikarp. Finizen. I'm really glad that we don't have to worry about Finizen anymore. That's really nice that we got those two knocked out. Same with Wiglet. Wiglet was going to be annoying. Our beautiful blue cloth, who looks like he's strung out on something. Okay. Yeah, I think so. I actually want to go ahead and stop the stream a little early. It's going to be, what, 30 minutes early? We'll make up the time on Friday as per usual. We always have long streams on Friday, but I want to go ahead and stop it here because I need to go and get my kitchen to not look like a disaster area. And then I need to go and try and wind down for bed so it's not like it was last night where I went to bed really wired and basically didn't sleep. I don't want to repeat that again. So I think we call it here. I'm going to try and figure out tomorrow what we're doing on Friday. And Friday will definitely be something different. Hopefully it'll be something entertaining. Yeah, definitely no stream. There will not be a stream tomorrow. I have some stuff that I need to get done alongside, obviously, the stuff for Friday. There's other things that need to get knocked out. I do have a list of things that I want to add as point reward redemptions. At least a couple of things. I still need suggestions or ideas. So if you guys think of anything, hit me with them. But in the meantime, there are at least 3 sound effects that I am hopefully going to add within the next week. Just it's us time dependent. Oh, hey, hydration. Yeah, that thing that I have not done basically any of tonight. Or today. Oh, God. I just realized that I don't think I've really been drinking anything to get today, guys. Dr. Pepper sound? That'd be a good one. Absolutely, that'd be a good one. Yeah, I think that's probably probably me not drinking is definitely not helping with things lately. So yeah, I'll go get my water refilled completely. Okay, with all that being said, I am out for the night. I'm gonna go and be a responsible adult and try to get some sleep and feel a little better, and then we'll be back on Friday with something new, something exciting. So as per usual, thank you guys for hanging out. Thank you guys for enduring Pokemon. I know that tonight wasn't the most exciting thing because nothing was happening. And we'll be back on... I didn't know that he had an animation that he does when you spin. Curious. So yeah, back on Friday. We'll see what we do. Don't know what it is. So until then, stay awesome, stay good. I will talk to you either in Discord or next stream, whichever one comes first. So until then, have a good one. Peace. Violence is definitely the answer. I adhere to that preaching. What is that? Okay, I'm getting off here before I get distracted by anything else.